In this lesson, I'm going to show you how to do text appearance adjustments in Adobe Premiere Pro. In last lesson, we have seen how to do the other options. Let us see. First, I choose this text, the water. After choosing this text, I come to this my essential graphics area. You can able to do those adjustments on these areas. You can able to see we have the text properties. We do have a lot of text styles, so you can choose which one you want. You can able to see that what are the styles we have, and if you want to have your favorite text, you can choose which one. For example, I'm going to choose this one, which is Arial, and I just want to mark that as my favorite one. If I want to mark that as a favorite one, I can choose this star here, so that will be my favorite one. After that particular property, you can see that I can able to select my favorite text here. I'm going to choose that text what I need as my favorite. I'm going to choose some thin fonts. I'm going to choose this Arial rounded MTPT. So I was selected, and I'm going to have this bell empty, and I'm going to choose my set of other favorite fonts like this Franklin. Going to choose this Franklin clothing. So you can choose your favorite fonts, and if you enabled this option, which is show favorites, you can able to see all those favorite alone. So you don't want to go for other all font styles. You can select your favorite only, and from that favorite you can choose which one you want. So I was selected this Arial rounded MTPT, and I got that style here. So in this way you can choose your favorite font what you need, and you can also choose the particular style. For example, I'm going to choose Arial. So when I choose Arial, you can able to see I have the normal font here in the screen, and I come to this style. You can able to see we have narrow italic, and we do have narrow bold, we have regular, we have all those different styles what we have with this font. So you can able to use all those styles for your text. I'm going to use only this regular font. So you can able to change the face as well as the style using these two options. You can also set your favorite font using this star. So I just disabled that, my favorite. I'm going to list all those things, so I can able to list all those things. You do have the star symbol, that blue colored filled star for all those favorite fonts. You can also mark those frequently used fonts here with the help of this favorites. After that, I have this option. So with the help of this option, you can able to change the font style. Right now, by default you have the 100. So all those fonts will have the 100, and if you want to reduce, you can use the slider, or you can use your the keyboard values. Like I'm going to fit that value into 50. So you can see how we have the water, and I'm going to set that value into 200. So I can able to adjust through these values, and I can also adjust with the help of this slider. You can see that how I was adjusting with the help of the slider. So we had two ways to do this work. And after that, I have the text alignment here. You can see that I default have this left aligned text. I can also choose center if I want, and I can also choose right if I want. So in this free form text, you cannot able to see that properly, but if I create one paragraph text here, you can able to see that. I choose my type tool, and I click and drag. Here I'm going to create one paragraph. So I'm going to type here some content, and I'm going to use my selection tool to adjust. Now you can see I'm going to choose this alignment, and I choose this default into center. You can able to see how we have the difference between left alignment and center alignment. The same way I have right alignment. So you can set which alignment you want. And after these three basic alignments, we have the justify alignment, which means you will have left and right side without any space. The text will be aligned in a proper manner. Now I'm going to choose this left alignment, which is left justify. When I choose this, you can able to see I got the enough space between all those text, those words, but the last line you have that in a left alignment. That's why this particular alignment name is justify last left, which means the last line of this paragraph will be in a left alignment, but other all those lines are in justify alignment. The same way I have this center justify. So the last line will be in the center position, and other all those lines in a justification alignment. And you do have that we have full justify, which is justify, which means you will have that justify for last line also, and you have the right justify, which means the last line in the right alignment, and other all things, and those lines are in the justification alignment. So these are the basic 4 alignments we have for justification. And you too have this option, which is top align and center align and this bottom align. When I have the text, I'm going to reduce the text size, so I'm going to set that into 50. You can see that, and we have the text at the top and left. You can see that. Now I want to make the text into center. To do that, I can use this option, which is center text vertically. So you can see I have the text at the center point now, and by default we have this top. And if I want to move the text into the bottom, I can use this option, which is bottom alignment. You can see that this is really good. So you can align where I want. You can align top or center or bottom based on your need. So these are the basic alignments we have with this text. We have seen this font face, we have seen font style, font size, and the font alignment. Now after this font alignment, we have the other properties of the font alignment, like we have this tracking. So I can able to add more space between each and every character. I can just click and drag to add. You can see that I can value with the help of keyboard. You can see I have given a 0, and I can also add the 500. So it's up to me, based on my need I can able to add. So I'm going to use that property here. I'm going to use this text, which is the water, and I'm going to give the value which is 20. So you can see we have given very less amount of value. I was increase the value into 500. You can see how I can able to spread that particular text, and I'm going to give the more value 750. Of course I'm going to give more value. So I was given the value 1000, and now I can able to have some better alignment there. You can see that I was choosing that again, and I'm going to give that value into 1000. So you can able to adjust those the space between each and every character. That's why we have this option, which is tracking. So I can able to choose that, and I choose that value into 0 again. So now we got the appearance like this. So you can able to adjust this line spacing also. I choose this paragraph, and I'm going to set that into 0. Now I'm going to give more unwanted those dummy text. I just set that alignment to center, into top. Now I choose that particular paragraph, and I'm going to choose this option, which is line space. So I extend my area, and here I'm going to give the line space into 20. So you can able to see we have more space between each and every line. That's why we have this option, which is line space, and I set that value into 0 again. Now you can see this kerning option was in a disable mode, because here we don't have that. You can choose this, and I go to the next one. Here I have the align from baseline. So I choose this option, and I'm going to give the value which is 20. So you can see we have an imaginary line here, which is baseline. There only all those text content was placed. When I want to move that text content from the basement, I can use this option, which is align from baseline. So I choose the text, and I'm going to choose this option, and from the basement I'm going to choose how much amount I want to move to the top. So I'm going to give the value which is 20. So I can move that 20 points towards the top. Press Ctrl Z. In the same way, I can also use this tab width. So I come to this tab, and I'm going to choose this paragraph. From this place I press tab key. You can able to see we have some amount of distance here. So I can able to set that how much amount I want. I'm going to set only 100 now, and let us see how we have the distance. So you can see we have only 100 point here. So you can able to set how much amount of tab space want with the help of this option. Now I'm going to choose 500, and you can see we got a 500 here. So you can able to set 0 also if you don't want. So based on your need, you can set how you want that particular tab. By default I will have 100. So I was given 400 value, and I press my tab backspace. After this the basic those values, I have my other text options. I have this font text. So with the help of this fox text, I can able to make all those text into fox. So it will have bit different appearance. You can able to see that. And we have italic. If you want, you can add. And we have all caps. For example, I choose this paragraph. Here we have all those text into small. If I want to convert that all into caps, I can use this option. So I can able to turn all those text into caps. In the same way, if I want to keep all those very first words in capital and other all text in the small caps, I can use this option, which is small caps. So I choose small caps. I'm going to give you a proper word here, like I'm going to choose the word like the world is alive. So you can see I was changed the text here, and here I'm going to choose this text frame. I'm going to choose this option, which is small caps. So when I choose small caps, you can able to see I have all those major capital letters, but the small letters are turned into capital, but still it looks very small only, not as we have the capital letters. That's why this option is called small caps. You can see that. So this is how that works, and after that just press Ctrl Z because I want to come back to the normal stage. Now I have a subscript, superscript also. Like if I want to give that value, like I'm going to choose this into superscript, I can choose that. So I will have the superscript text here. The same way, if I want subscript, I can use the second option, which is subscript. So I will have the subscript value. So based on your need, you are going to choose how you want the superscript and subscript. And finally, you have underline also. Remember, if you selected that particular text frame and using that particular effect, you will have that effect for all those text what we have inside. Like I was choosing this frame also, and I choose underscore. You can see I can able to have the underline for all those text. But now what I'm going to do is I'm going to select one particular character around, and I'm going to choose this option, which is underline. Now you can see I have that underline for only the selected content. So if you want to specify the particular content within the text frame, you can specify which content you want to do that particular text effect, like underline or bold or italic. So you will get that particular effect on that place only. So this is how we are using those options in Adobe Premiere Pro. After all those font face, alignment, and the font different styles, we have the appearance here. So with the help of this appearance, you can able to set how you want those appearances. I can able to change the color of the text. I can able to change, you can see that. And I choose this word, and here also I'm going to change the particular text color. You can see that. And here I'm going to choose this word, which is the water, and I'm going to fill the color, which is blue. So you can able to change the fill color of the object. Now I come to this same fill color, and you can see I have color picker mode with solid, and I can actually choose this linear gradient. So I can able to load linear colors here, the gradient colors. I can able to choose what all the colors I want there. You can see that how I was choosing those colors, and also I can able to move the position of those objects. So I can able to set either solid or gradient colors, and I too have the stroke, so I can enable the stroke as we have used in our previous class. I can able to increase the stroke size, and if you want to add one more stroke, you can use this option, which is add a stroke to this layer. So you can add any number of strokes as you require. You can also add the background if you want. So I choose the background, and you can able to see the color there. I can able to change the color for that background. I'm going to choose a green. You can see that, and I can able to set the opacity of that particular green how I want, and also I can able to adjust the spread area here. I too have the corner radius. You can able to set how I want those corner radius values also. So you can able to set all those things with the help of this background option. Simply, if you don't want, you can disable that, and you can enable back again. You got all those values for you. And after that, we have this shadow. You can enable the shadow. You can able to see the shadow here. I too have those shadow settings. I have this particular opacity. I have the color. So I set the color into black. I can able to adjust that with the help of this opacity. You can see that how we have the shadow, and we do have the rotation values and the shadows distance. You can see we have the distance for the shadow, and we do have the spread value of the shadow, and I have this option which is the blur value of the particular shadow. So we have all those properties for the text. We have to use this effectively. You cannot need to move to the Photoshop to do all those effects. You got all those things in Premiere Pro itself. So effectively you can also do typographical work in Premiere itself. You don't want to use other softwares, and we can able to do a editing process, the video editing process also with those typography works in Adobe Premiere Pro.